Welcome to the weekend and welcome to DeKalb for MAC Wrestling. Central Michigan takes on NIU on ESPN. As we bring you into Victory Court inside the Convocation Center on the campus of Northern Illinois University, the Chippewas and Huskies face off. Just a week ago, NIU got the win in Iowa, but now Central Michigan looks for revenge here in DeKalb, with this being the MAC opening duel for both of these programs. And we welcome you alongside the former NIU Husky quarterback, the MAC champion, also a standout wrestler in the state of Iowa, Rocky Lombardi. I'm Andy Garcia. Rocky, was just a week ago in Cedar Falls, Iowa, the NWCA National Duels. NIU took on Central Michigan. Huskies won 6 of 10 matches. They won the team total 20-14. It was a tight duel. Do we expect the same thing tonight?
I certainly do, Andy. I think these are two great programs that are going to be going at it. Last week, obviously, 20-14. There was a couple upsets on either side, so I really can see this duel swinging either way here. We'll see what happens tonight.
Should be a good one. We got some really good matchups. We're going to spotlight two. We'll start at 133. NIU's Markel Baker taking on Central Michigan's Andrew Austin.
Markel Baker has been red hot this season. 5-0 last week at the NWCA duels. He was also the MAC West Wrestler of the Week and is 16-4 on the season this year. This is a rematch of last week with Andrew Austin, the redshirt junior out of Punta Gorda, Florida, who was also the runner-up at the 25 MAC championships.
Yeah, it should be a good one between Baker and Austin at 133. How about at 149? Huskies Lucan O'Brien. He'll battle the Chippewas' Jimmy Nugent.
Another hot wrestler, this time on the other side with Central Michigan's Jimmy Nugent. He was 5-0 as well last week in the NWCA duels and has had an excellent season, is looking to expand on it tonight as well. This is also a rematch of Lucan O'Brien last week, where Jimmy Nugent came on top with a major decision victory. Now it's time to see what Lucan O'Brien can do, make some adjustments, and hopefully swing the tables for the Huskies.
Let's take a look at NIU at the NWCA National Duels. Again, the Huskies finished in fourth. You see game one, NIU getting the win over Harvard. How'd that game two? 20-14, NIU beat Central Michigan. There was South Dakota State getting the win over NIU. How about NIU over Campbell? It was all Huskies. And then Drexel getting the win over the Huskies. This is Central Michigan at the NWCA National Duels, where they finished fifth. You see, first time out, they got the win over Campbell. We talked about NIU. They got the win over Harvard. Tough one against number 8 SDSU. And again, Central Michigan got the win over Ohio to finish off and again get that fifth place finish at the duels. Let's take a look to project the matchups. Some really good battles. A lot of these are rematches from last week in Cedar Falls, Iowa. You see Anderson versus West. Austin taking on Baker. Blackburn and Curtis at 141. Nugent, O'Brien at 149. And Mason Schrader, Landon Johnson, 157. Oh, we start out with a good one here. 125. These are the other ones coming up. At 165, Amaker and Smith, Miriamfeld and Bennett, Kramer and Rowe, Cochran and Heim, Caves taking on Dawson. As we get ready, 125. One of those rematches. We talked about Blake West, 30th for NIU, ranked, taking on Archer Anderson, the freshman. It was Archer Anderson getting the win versus Blake West, 14-8 last week. Just a little bit of revenge on the mind of Blake West tonight.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm Blake West here, I'm looking forward to this match the entire week, right? This is a major upset as you see him get in on a John Smith low single here early. I'm thinking about getting my revenge on this young freshman up and coming in the MAC and letting him know that this is still my conference.
Blake West, 10-5 overall, 3-3 in duels, getting healthy.
Blake's just got to get his foot out here, and he should be able to get control. Archer doing a really good job of scrambling here, getting out of there, getting into a scoring position. Looks like they're both going to get back on their feet here. Looks like they do give the takedown there to Anderson.
Yes, the 3 for Anderson.
And he's right back in on a shot here, single leg.
And West gets the point as well. So how about the freshman, though, coming out and getting the first 3 points?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said, you know, that's what Blake's mindset should be, to show him that this is still my conference. And obviously, Archer his attitude should be the exact opposite. Say, I know I'm new here, but I'm pretty good too.
Blake West, the 2025 MAC champion, first at the Midlands to end December.
He does have this cradle locked up here. He's got control of it here. Got to find a way to get to the side. Now he's got it locked up. We're looking for bonus points here if we're for NIU. There he goes. We should be counting here.
How about the action to start out this first couple minutes at 125?
Oh, my
And a
goodness.
turn for Anderson.
Absolutely chaotic. We're in deep on a cradle here. Blake West.
Oh, my.
Archer able to not only get out of it, but turn it into more points, flipping him right on his back here.
So officially it's 8-5.
We're going to need to get our calculators out here to make sure that the score is correct.
Take a look at the action, though.
Yeah, and you see him locking up this near side cradle. Blake's working it. Archer's doing a good job of defending it here, but able to get him on his back, and that's where you see the back points start to come in. And then towards the end of that, where Blake West starts to lose control, that's where Archer Anderson puts Blake back on his back.
So after talking it over, it's 8-8, under a minute to go in this first period at 125, and the action has been outstanding to start out.
A very exciting match to start out this duel, no question. And it looks like we're not done yet. It looks like Archer's getting a little high here. See if Blake West can take advantage of this and score some points there. You see him come out the backside there for a reversal to make it 10-8 in the first period.
Final half minute of this first period, and how about the scoring here to start out our first match of the night?
I mean, the last match between these two was high scoring, Andy, but 18 points in the first period is unheard of.
Again, it was Anderson defeating Blake West 14-8 last week. But how about as we wrap up this first period, and both wrestlers getting on the board. It's 10-8 in favor of NIU and Blake West, the redshirt senior from Shakopee, Minnesota, taking on Archer Anderson, the freshman from Clarkston, Michigan.
Yeah, what an exciting start to our duel. This is what the MAC opener. Absolutely exciting first period as Blake West chooses to go down here in the second. But wow, 18 points in the first period, Andy. I can't get over this.
I think the officials want to just make sure on this is you see the Husky head coach Ryan Ludwig also go to the scores. Right now it's 10-8 Blake West. Again, these two just went at it a week ago. There's no surprises, but how about Archer Anderson coming out with that first 3 points? Getting the takedown, and then Blake West of NIU came right back, and it was just scoring after scoring.
Yeah, it's been very exciting. And 14-8 of the last match, obviously, Archer Anderson really handled Blake West, and I expected Blake West to come out and show some toughness and really show him why he was the MAC champion last year, and I think he did that. But again, Archer Anderson is answering that call and saying, I'm here too. You got a new competitor at 125 this season.
Now you see both head coaches. You see Central Michigan's head coach, Ben Bennett, and Husky head coach, Ryan Ludwig, over at the official. I think just wanted to make sure that
There's a lot of scoring in this first period. Like I said, we need your calculators, maybe those slide board things. You know what I'm talking about, Andy.
Then we see Central Michigan's head coach, Ben Bennett, his second season, had just a storied career at Central Michigan. We're back at it as we start this second period. And it's just as fast as furious as it was in the first.
Absolutely. Blake West standing up here trying to get the escaper, possibly the reversal. Archer Anderson does a good job of getting back down to that leg and maintaining control here for the time being. Good job getting him back down to his knees and maintaining control. Looks like we're going to get a restart here with 1 minute and 32 seconds left in the second period.
Blake West with 109 wins. That is fourth all-time wins at NIU. The school record is 116, held by Scott Owen, 2000, 2003. But Blake West not far away,
Wow.
7 wins away.
Certainly on track, I would say. Got a lot more than 7 matches left to go in the season, and he's having a heck of a year so far. I would be surprised. Something crazy would have to happen.
You see the point. You get the escape point for Blake West. We're talking about Archer Anderson for Central Michigan. He's coming off a win, taking on Braden Tunison of Ohio. He got a decision 14-7 last week.
Really nice reshot there by Blake West.
Makes it 14-8.
Wow, and some scrambling going on, a little Granby roll. You see him do the little cartwheel on his head and able to get the reversal. You know, Andy, these lightweight guys, they like to move quick, and there's usually a lot of motion, but even for this weight, this is a chaotic match so far. There's the escape for Blake West to make it 15-10 now.
Blake West last time out lost to Desmond Pleasant of Drexel. 6-4 decision. But I can tell you, Blake West had to be looking forward to this rematch, taking on Archer Anderson. It's been all fireworks to start out. Final 20 seconds of this second period, Blake West up by 5.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of motion, and I know I'd be tired. It looks like they're starting to gas a little bit. We're going to really find out, I think, in this third period here, who's got it in the tank.
Final seconds. Blake West, the redshirt senior. Archer Anderson, the freshman. We'll go to final 2 minutes. Blake West up by 5. Rocky, going through these last 2 minutes again, these two have gone at it now. Your thoughts as you get ready for these last 2 minutes, what do you think might happen here?
Yeah, well, I think it's been a great match so far. A lot of action. Both guys been put on their backs and spun around in every which way. And, you know, like I said, Andy, I think it's going to come down to who's got the gas tank. Obviously, Blake West, with the 5-point lead here, has the advantage going into the third period. But it's really going to come down to how much gas does both of these guys have in the tank, and who's going to tough it out in this last minute and a half here.
You get the escape point for Anderson. No riding time right now for either team or either wrestler.
No, it's looking at 6 seconds right now, so that shouldn't be a factor. The escape brings Archer Anderson to within 4. And Blake West tries that same shot that was successful earlier. Is able to put himself in a good position here. Able to lift his head. An early stalemate call. Fans not happy about that one.
We'll go back to the center with just over a minute to go. Final period here at 125. See if Archer Anderson has one more move to get in there. You see Blake West not going anywhere.
Absolutely. Another great reshot. Almost the exact same scenario of what happened last time. He's able to reshot on that single leg. Now they're stuck in this scramble position that Archer Anderson has match. He's hooking that leg. He's going to have to West grip to get points, but gosh, he looks like he's got pretty good control right now.
Whoa. Final 20 seconds, going down to the wire in our first match of the night.
Another stalemate will bring us both to our feet. A really great match here so far, Andy, as we go into the last 18 seconds. But you can see Blake West, the veteran, how he's just maybe in a little bit better shape than the freshman Archer Anderson, which I'm sure he'll grow into. But a lot of action, both out of both wrestlers, out of this opening match.
It was fireworks to start out, but it's redemption for the redshirt senior as Blake West gets the win over Archer Anderson to decision, 15-11. Blake West gets the best of Archer Anderson here in DeKalb. We'll take the timeout. Hey, if the first match is anything what we got coming up, wow. How about Blake West getting the win to start out here at 125? Stay with us here. We got Central Michigan, NIU, MAC Wrestling.